Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Harley Quinn. Man, this episode was really good, and if you saw the title of this video, changes Ivy and Harley's relationship in the show, which we knew was coming. If you've been seeing Harley Quinn interviews, we knew that Harley and Ivy would definitely be exploring the romantic side of their relationship, but we just didn't know exactly when in the season, but this is the episode where they somewhat have been building up to this season. I mean, obviously they've already had chemistry, but the realization that it could be romantic, I feel, was hinted upon a little bit with Harley and just kind of, I guess, the jealousy she's felt with Ivy and Kite Man, and then kind of overcoming those feelings. So anyways, going into this episode we get to see somehow Harley and Ivy get arrested. They gotta go to prison, and because, you know, everyone's killing everybody in this show, but somehow Harley and Ivy get caught. So they go to Bane's pit instead of Arkham, and they're like, oh my god, we could get out of Arkham. How the hell are we supposed to get out of a pit? So the whole episode's them trying to figure out, okay, there's gotta be a way to get out of here. And Bane Man is so freaking good in this episode. I loved him. The humor is spot on. It was a pleasure to see them in the pit. It was just a really fun, again, funny episode. But going into it, George Lopez shows up and goes to the pit and obviously flies a helicopter to get there. And Harley and Ivy have to come up with a plan to try to go with George Lopez out of the pit. And it doesn't work out because Harley does not get to do her comedy routine. It ends up being Poison Ivy, and she sucks until she doesn't. And I think does a really modern twist on stand-up comedy, which was interesting to see even the show dissect stand-up comedy. But, you know, comedy's not about the one-liners anymore. It's really about telling a personal story, and that's what Ivy does here. Is she tells this personal story, and it ends up causing the riot that they need to cause to get out of there. But only one can get out of the pit with Ivy's powers. So Ivy gets out of the pit because it's really Harley realizing, I care for this person. We probably only care about each other, and obviously I guess, you know, Ivy does care about Kite Man, but they have a very special relationship, and Harley is not selfish. She's like, no, you go marry Kite Man. I want you to have a happy life. You deserve a happy life. I'm gonna stay here if I have to sacrifice myself. And that's been from the beginning of the episode. But then Ivy's actually able to save Harley, so it was nice on the dramatic twist. They're like, nah, they both could be saved, which was nice. And then in the end of the episode, the big thing that happens is that they kiss. And the way their eyes are so wide in the end of this episode, they're like, oh shit, what does this mean? And it was a really great cliffhanger, and I think it was cool to see all this tension and all this, obviously a lot was going on with them, traumatically with what's going on in the pit, and that's kind of what drove them to these feelings that neither of them knew existed until that moment. So I'm really excited to see how they explore this and how their friendship becomes a bit more and that organic story to get there. And I thought it was really cool, and I'm really excited for this relationship and, again, just where this goes and what this means for Kite Man. But I thought it was a really cool episode, and I really liked the build up to it, and really can't wait to see where this goes, like I said. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this episode. This is Comic Uno. Definitely follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Go check out my comics like Father Like Daughter and They Call Her Dancer. And every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time is Comic Book Weekly, where we discuss our favorite comics and comic book news. Thanks, guys. Bye.